Meeting of the year of the Conservation Board. As I think everybody knows, we have a new member, Gretchen, and we welcome her. And don't forget to turn on your microphone. Okay, so I guess the first thing is the approval of the minutes. I don't know if everybody's had a chance to look at the minutes from last month.
Do you want to go back to changes to the agenda?
Oh.
Number one,
Oh,
if there's any changes to the agenda?
okay. Yeah, are there any changes to the agenda? Okay. Well then, moving on. Was there any public input?
I believe Mrs. Porter here is to speak, but I wanted to reiterate that it's always on our agenda that the Conservation Board welcomes public input and reserves time at every meeting for this purpose. The Conservation Board requests that speakers limit their input to 5 minutes. The board will not respond directly to the input, but if the topic is in the purview of the board, we will place it as an agenda item for the current or following meeting. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I know, you're further apart. Okay, this is about a rain barrel workshop, and it's about partnering with the Conservation Board, the Arundequoit Public Library, and Color Arundequoit Green, of which I represent. And Alex reached out and said she had these barrels, these food-safe barrels to be used for rain barrels, to Color Arundequoit Green. Do we want to do anything with it? And we took it and ran with it. So right now, maybe we look at the outline first. So I have it, okay, outline. Conservation boards providing barrels and volunteer help, if you can. Arundequoit Public Libraries providing a space and some funds for the presenter. Color Arundequoit Green, we've just written up a grant that has to be in by January 31st, and we're hoping that comes back to help fund it. As far as the kits that you have to purchase to put on the barrels. And with that comes a question that maybe you'll consider. Should participants have it fully covered, or should they pay a set fee? Example, $25, with the grant covering about $15. This would enable us to provide the workshop again and maybe again. And also, I feel like if you pay something towards it, you take more ownership than just being given something. And I could be wrong, you might talk differently. I contacted, because I've done it before through the First Unitarian a couple times, and Caroline Myers-Kilmer has actually done it before in Arundequoit, and I believe she worked with you, Erin, on it. She sent me what she used to promote it and everything like that. She's actually given me an idea as far as how to set up the event. She's willing to, for $150, present and I think it says down there later, the idea of talking about stormwater, talking about the importance of rain barrels, talking about what we should be doing in our own homes, a little bit of an education before we put them together, and we all agreed that that would be a good thing. So she would talk, and then she would also stay behind and help as far as us putting it together. I have a possible date because the library you have to set up well in advance for April 23rd, if that works. We thought a number of participants would be 20, would be reasonable to get started. The barrels should be pre-drilled, and then 1 kit per barrel, volunteers to help, and Caroline available to speak. I did make some contacts to trying to purchase the kits. In the past, Ace Hardware sold them for a reasonable price, but in contacting Ace Hardware, they don't sell the whole kits anymore, and there's no way they can get them. Home Depot does sell them, but then I reached out to the company Earth-Minded Rain Barrels and asked if we bought a quantity, could we get a better deal? And they did say yes, but waiting to hear back from me as far as, I don't know how much of a better deal. But I don't think we need all the drill pieces and things like that if we have, if we're making that many at a time. And then on the very bottom of the sheet I gave you, Carolyn did a little bit of research, and that's when we did it last. And she did say the town of Arundecoit is a member required by law through New York State to do outreach on stormwater. And then she connected the website. So again, this would be an education that she would be providing when she spoke ahead of time. And that's what I have to say.
Thank you, that was helpful information. So, we can't respond right away, right? So, do we want to talk, I know we have the Rain Barrel event in our agenda,
Okay,
right?
yeah,
Should I have saved it till then?
No?
Okay.
No.
Because the back of the sheet is about, I did see it on the agenda, Scott and the Arundecoit Tree City just mentioned it, like.
Thank you.
okay. Thanks. So I don't know if you got into more detail when you talked to Color Arundecoit Green about it, or if this pretty much sums it up.
No, I kind of went to them because Gary has the barrels still, right?
Yep.
So, Andrea did all this. Yeah, no, great.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was a few minutes late, but what would the conservation board's role be in the rain barrels?
So we have access to the barrels would be like number one. And
Yep.
then I think with any volunteer help that we could provide for the education event. And then like, I don't think we have a huge reach for reaching out to see who's interested, but that too, I think, would be the role that we could have, right?
Right, and the library's good about that as well.
Sure.
I mean, when we partner with them.
Andrea, if you're gonna speak again, I need you to use the microphone, I'm sorry.
By partnering with the library, they reach a lot of the town, so they're really good as far as finding people to participate and maybe volunteers as well. And through Color Arundecoit Green, we'll also look for it. I just think too, the idea of starting to partner with different town groups is a good thing.
Oh, absolutely. I also, who would handle like the registration of who would be coming to the rain barrel workshop?
I imagine it would be us. We wouldn't
Okay.
want to, we wouldn't want to put it on you, on the conservation board. We feel like we could do that.
Okay,
And we've done that with again, with the library in the past for different events.
okay, great.
You know, and thinking about the barrels are big, by doing it in April, can we be using the side doors that open so we don't have to drag everything through the center of the library? But wanted confirmations before we did those next steps.
Okay. And you guys would collect the fees? You guys,
We would, because I don't believe you have money to put forth, so we would, that's why we wrote our grant, and we would collect the fees.
okay,
And as I said, we'll see how much the grant comes for. It's from Climate Solutions Accelerator,
okay.
okay?
Would you cut the barrels?
Well, we would see if there were others to help us. I've done it, a team of us have done it in the past when we've made them. I don't think it's that complicated.
No.
Yeah, so if we, finding out where they are, what do we do, and a time, again, being big, it's like you have to think about it. Where to do it and getting them to the library. So the transportation is a piece. Good questions.
I have a trailer and tools, I can help cut and transport and all that stuff if needed.
We all heard that.
No, obviously, yeah, I mean, I worked with Carol, I did my fair share of rain barrels, so we could definitely can help. I just want to make sure we're all being mindful of the logistics
Right.
of where the rain barrel workshop is going to be, like the sign up, make sure they know where to come. When they show up with someone that they have a two-seater or a bike that they think they're bringing a rain barrel home in, like, you gotta think about all these things because it happens, trust me. Yeah.
We did, last time we had to transport some that
Yeah.
thought they could bring it home, for
Yeah.
sure.
Got the trailer, you know.
Scott, that would be on your volunteer time.
Right.
And then she did mention, Aaron, that, to get in touch with you because you had done it before, so you had.
Oh, no, yeah, and I just was trying to understand because like what you're saying, the town of Arundecoit, we are what they call an MS4, so public education and outreach, that's, I would say that's the main charge of our conservation board, is public education and outreach, so this is great, it's just some of these logistics about like, town resources versus the board versus Colorado Big Green, that has to be pretty clear to make sure that we're staying kosher, like partners, absolutely, I mean,
Yep.
we need partnership, so that's, I mean, this is great, I just wanna make sure that we're all understanding the roles of who's doing what. Like, yeah, like me and Scott, absolutely me, not the Commissioner of Public Works, not with the town of Arundecoit, if we wanna help out on our time, that's different than the town of Arundecoit doing things.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
And you want to limit to 20 participants is what you're thinking?
We thought 20 would be plenty to get started with.
Okay.
And if it was successful, I don't know the access of how many you have, but if it was successful,
Yep.
and neighbors saw neighbors with them, that it might grow to another 20 at another time,
Okay, yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Are you planning to assemble these at this
If they're-
workshop?
If they're pre-drilled, the assembly's pretty easy. Am I correct, Aaron?
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna
They're going to be pre-drilled.
oh, okay.
So it's just putting it together, it's understanding what you have to do at your house with your gutter, and that's about it. A foundation underneath it to raise it for the spouts.
One of the questions I have is like, as far as logistics go, is if we have 20 people and 20 rain barrels that we want to pre-drill, like, I don't have an idea about storage for those until an event, unless we're saying like, we're gonna get the 20 rain barrels here the morning of and drill them, and then by the time the event starts, they're ready or something.
So I'll bring, I'll bring home like 3 rain barrels a day for a couple weeks, you know what I mean? And then I'll just keep them in my backyard or whatever, 'cause,
Oh.
you know what I mean, something like that. And then
Okay.
we'll figure out how we want to drill them. I mean, you guys can come to my house, I don't care, right? And then we can drill them there or something like that.
That's
And
a,
then we just got to figure out how to get them
Here.
here.
Could
you
we
know what
use
I
the barn out here?
I was going to just ask, with
No.
the,
No.
with the farmer's market, is that whole stretch, is that a question? Is there some storage at the back of I don't know that, but as we're talking now, that jumps into my head.
That would be nothing that I can speak to.
Right.
That would be something we'd have to bring back to,
Okay.
such to agree, yeah.
Is it worth looking into that as
Yeah.
a possibility?
Yeah, no, from my experience, the storage is a big deal, and I guess the other thing that you wanna be mindful of is the way you drill them is what the goals are. So I know from experience, if you want that spigot at the bottom that you put your hose to, wonderful idea. Very challenging to drill properly and not cross-thread it, and then everyone doesn't like you because it doesn't actually thread your hose. So thinking about like just cutting the top off so you can put your bucket in and water your flowers, much more realistic with, you use your Sawzall, you cut the top
Yeah.
off. If you want that spigot on the bottom, that's hard. And then you have to perfectly thread in, so then you gotta picture you're at this rain barrel, and I don't know, like most of the rain barrels I went to, it was like the parents, they brought their 5-year-old, they brought your 6-year-old, and the 6-year-old wants to do everything. Well, they can't cross-thread that nozzle into the bottom of the rain barrel. And that's never right, So this is even just thinking about what is the goal of what so and if in that spigot you put at the bottom, that's probably the most expensive part of the whole kit. If you eliminate that, probably I haven't priced these in a couple of years, but it probably cuts the cost of the kit a lot.
Okay,
That
maybe.
spigot's a lot.
I can check with the people that headed it up when I did it, because we did all put spigots on ours.
Yeah.
And maybe they improved some of the bits that were being used, or?
There was, I went through a bunch of iterations where you eliminated the spigot, and then some people, they didn't want a Sawzall off the top, they didn't want the bucket, because then they eliminated the need for the mosquito net. So just, like, these are all the things you think about the strainer, but if you just cut the top off and then you cut that hole in, that's what your downspout connects to, that's more manageable. Then when you bring that home, that's more manageable to deal with on the home spigot is just a little too low, you can't put your hose on it, and then it cross threads, you can't cross thread it right, so then you're putting bricks under your rain barrel, and then it rains, and then it tips over in your house, next to your house, like, I just, like,
You're doing worst case scenarios over there.
so no, to me, when I had a rain barrel, it was, I cut the top off, I had the hole for the downspout, and I eliminated the spigot. The spigot's kind of a pain, long term.
Okay, okay. Well, and maybe we can get more information,
Sure.
okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I guess we'll talk more about the details of this at future meetings, once people have a chance to look into this stuff and think
Yeah.
about it a bit, or,
Yeah.
because I know nothing about rain barrels. So.
They're really great, and we gotta, just think about this I mean,
Right.
from what I remember is a lot of people brought their scouts, it was a scout badge. See a lot of younger kids doing this stuff, so it's thoughtful, it's a positive experience
Sure.
for all of them coming.
Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, now I guess we'll move on to the minutes. Has everybody had a chance to look at the minutes from the last meeting? If there's any comments or corrections? If not, I'd ask for a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay,
Sorry, I missed who seconded it?
I did.
Oh, sorry, thank you.
okay, any other correspondence? Michelle?
Not on my end.
Okay. Okay, then next on here is the Color Arundecoit Green event for February 26th.
So that was, I believe that was the rain barrel that you wanted to talk about? No, is this something different? Yes. So Alex, I believe, was involved, not in this one?
No, not in this one.
That was
Oh, that was Scott. All right, so we'll have Scott then. Update.
Sure. Yeah, Color Adequate Green, I went to one of their meetings a few months ago now, and talked about the happenings with the tree department, and they asked if I would kind of do the same presentation to a larger audience, and I agreed, and they set up a date for February 26th at the library, and I'll be giving a presentation then.
Okay. And you asked if anybody from the Conservation Board could attend.
First of all, when Scott came and spoke, we were all impressed, and nobody really knew the full extent of our Arundecoit tree, city tree, all that goes on. And we had lots of questions, all, I think, positive and good ones, and we said, other people need to know this, is where we came from. And so that's where that got started from. And then the idea came that, wow, people don't know the good things the Conservation Board does, or this. And Scott felt, when we talked about it, that someone from the Conservation Board, again, because often when you do different things, you do come here and share them. So you be a good partner, again, to let people know the good that you do in a social situation, and for people to recognize it and respect what we have in our town. So he thought, and we all agreed, that it would be nice to have someone from the Conservation Board be also there, maybe have a little tiny bit, he's going to do kind of a slide talk presentation, but maybe have someone else say a little bit about the Conservation Board in regards to that, or an
Which is all
extension.
fine, but it needs to go through the Conservation Board at Arundecoit.gov email. And you have to invite and ask these things through the Conservation Board at Arundecoit.gov. Then that email will get communicated to the board. It'll be added onto the agenda, and then the board will discuss on who would like to attend the February 26th event and a topic, basically.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. I feel like I've sent things there in the past, like when we did the eco fairs follow-ups, because I had heard, and I felt like I didn't get responses, is why, I get maybe shortchanged it, but I will do that again. when I know Jack wasn't, or you weren't able to do the rent houses or something like that.
Right, it
And-
was people ended up canceling, I believe people were ill.
Well, I just wanted to verify it because I was in charge of organizing that.
Well,
and I just,
I believe I'm not gonna go back and forth,
Yeah,
but
we
you
don't
did
have
receive
to.
an email.
but I
so-
will do that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. And next on here, I see you sent out an updated contact list and for all of us.
Correct, it should be in your packets. I
Right.
have an extra one here for you, Katie.
Okay.
Sorry. That again is, the board contact list as of January 5th, 2026. This includes, phone numbers and, personal email addresses. Again, cell phone numbers and emails are confidential. Please do not share them unless the individual has granted you permission in regards to that. I also included in your packet chapter 12 of the code. So you can reread that. Just something new year, new.
Michelle, this one is our contact. Can I?
Did I update your email? Oh, shoot, all right. Oh, you're still, okay, I gotcha. That was the other issue, is that when we were corresponding, we didn't have Patrick's updated email. So I will redo this list, add Patrick's new email,
Okay.
and then I will send it out electronically to everybody. Is that okay, or would somebody like a paper copy?
That's good.
Can't you tell us your email now?
Will not,
Not
yeah,
later.
Oh, supposed to be confidential.
yes, we're on,
Oh, we can tell everybody.
Okay.
Okay, and I have to apologize that it was my fault that I sent out the email to everyone. I forwarded your email and asked if anybody wanted to attend, and I realized I shouldn't have done that.
You were living on the edge.
Yes. You know, going back, what, did we want to talk now about who wants to go to that February 26th meeting?
Sure.
when is it?
February 26th? What day?
What
of the
time,
week
Emma?
is it?
It's like 7 to 8.
I'd be willing to go. Stephen Greavy?
Okay, and I assume if anyone else wants to just go, just to,
Yeah, I think there should be a few of us.
Might be another good time to like plug the Rain Barrel event too, if there are already a bunch of people gathered and interested.
okay. The next thing was the code of conduct form. Did you get it from everybody now, Michelle?
Yes, I believe I did. Thank you, I appreciate that, and I apologize for any inconvenience.
Okay. Annual reports.
So this is again something in our code that is required from year to year, and I believe Jack was the one that did it. We need to get back on track and get that done and to the supervisor's office in regards to the events that the Conservation Board did. Whether it be the EPOD letters that we have written, the grant letter that was written on behalf, I believe it was on behalf of the Conservation Board, Scott, for the open land. Just
Okay.
events throughout the year that we have done, farmers market events and such.
Okay, is there a deadline for that?
It,
Probably was supposed to be January 1st.
30 days, I believe the code says 30 days. 30, no later than the 31st day of December of each year concerning the activities and work of the Conservation Board, and from time to time shall submit such reports and recommendations as may be necessary to fulfill the purposes of this chapter.
Okay.
So I know Jack did it in the past, I don't know if, anybody would like to.
Well, I don't know if like to is the right word, but but maybe I should at least take a shot at that. I'll have to find Jack's past ones. I'm sure I must have it somewhere in my notes and see if I can base it on that and then go
And
through
I have
each one.
previous ones, if you want me to email those. I looked back in the minutes and I thought I was supposed to do that,
Okay,
but I will do that.
okay. And then, once I draft something, I guess I'll send it around for comments and ask if anybody has any additional.
And that's how we
Things
did it
like this.
before. I would
Yeah.
go through the whole year of everything that I had, and I would forward that on to Jack, and then we'd add like blurbs into the report
Oh, okay,
to present to the supervisor's office.
okay. So-
Jack's probably got notes too. You can, he'd be willing to
Yeah, that's true.
share that with you.
So Michelle, should I wait for you to forward me notes from the year then, or should I start compiling things, or?
Well, how it would start is Jack would send an email to the conservation board members and say, preparing the 2025 annual report.
Okay,
Please send me any events or social media items that were,
okay,
what the board has done over
Alright.
the year.
then I'll get on that, I'll get it done by December 31st.
Next year.
26.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know, I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't
how
say
far-
what year.
Jack was beyond that all the time, too.
yeah,
Yeah.
Senioritis.
He was a little busy.
all right.
Great.
Okay, so the rain barrel event, we talked about that. Planning board sign-up sheet.
Can we go back to the rain barrel event
Sure.
for a second? To continue like discussing the logistics, is it okay to start like an email chain in the board about it? Or like, do we have to just wait until the next meeting?
To the board, you can.
Yeah, okay,
Board members, sure.
okay.
Yeah, we just can't copy any outside parties, I guess, like Color Around Quite Green,
Okay.
like I did.
And then you would be like the contact. So, Alex, you'd send an email around to all the conservation board members. We'd get this feedback from all the board members, and then you could be the contact to relay that information to Mrs. Porter.
Great.
Like the liaison for creating the rain barrel event.
Will do.
Okay, now the planning board sign-up sheet. So I assume most people know what the purpose of this is. If we have,
Is your mic on, Dan?
it is, but I'm probably too far away from it.
Oh, thank you.
The Conservation Board, we usually send a member to planning board workshops and meetings if there's a project going on that we have any involvement in. So that varies from month to month, but what we usually do each year is sign up, everybody on the list so that we have all those possible meetings covered. So I guess maybe we'll just go down the list. Is that how we've done it in the past? I think we've just,
Since it's new, I would recommend people look at their calendars, take the agenda home with the dates. I can, not confirm, but mention that we will probably be canceling the January 26th planning board meeting.
oh, okay.
Well, I'll take that.
All right, so then maybe what we'll do is just we'll go home, check our calendars, think where we would want to be or where we could be, and then at the next meeting, we'll sign up for the planning board.
Perfect.
Okay.
And is it both the workshop and the meeting date? You sign up for both?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
potentially.
Okay.
Again, sometimes it's one or the other, sometimes it's neither one.
Okay,
It just depends on what's going on that month, I guess. So,
thanks.
okay. Okay, Tree Town USA. Scott?
The biggest happenings since we spoke last month, is the windstorm that we got last Monday. last Monday. We got, I think they recorded 68 miles an hour, and we lost, I think we had 23 trees fail. Of those, we lost 4 full trees. One completely uprooted, but no property damage, so we avoided any of that. Responded within the day, got everything cleaned up by, I think we were out of there before midnight, but it was a long day, but we got everything covered and no one got hurt. So besides that, I received the availability list from our 2 local nurseries, so I'm starting to plan our spring planting. If anyone has any species recommendations, feel free to reach out. Trying to diversify things, get some neat stuff planted in town. But let me know if you got any ideas.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, one thing too, I think, it's not too early to start putting plant the seeds, pun intended, of Arbor Day. So if you have any ideas about where, tribute, anything like that, start thinking about it. It's April.
Okay.
I got a big idea.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Well, you want to say?
We'll talk to them.
Oh, okay. Okay, the winter farmers markets. We've talked kind of in very generic terms in the past about whether we wanted to do anything at the farmers markets, and we haven't really come up with anything. I don't know if anybody's got any thoughts on that.
I have a goal of us like attending more farmers markets and having like engagement from the public and especially children, but I don't have any ideas yet.
Okay,
But I have a background in like conservation education, so like it's on my to-do list.
okay. Yeah, no, usually during the summer, we have been
Yeah.
doing something at every single one. I think we've just never gotten involved in the winter ones. Is this the second year that they're doing the
No, it's,
winter?
the winters one's been, I lose track of time, third winter, second, third winter?
Maybe the third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, yeah, so again, we,
I don't think it has to be even if you just set up a table with some information. I mean, there's the winter, the building back there is the recent upgrade of solar panels, so we could definitely talk about that. Yeah, anything else? We also have upgrades there with EV car chargers. I think there's opportunity that we could be talking and thinking about things. I mean, stormwater, certain things are always on the docket, even, energy savings in general around your house.
okay,
I have pamphlets too, what the conversation,
conservation.
conservation board does, and then I think I have other pamphlets in there too,
Okay,
up in the office.
And I may or may not still be in possession of a Enviroscape that I borrowed to do a school presentation, which is also a fun thing for farmers market, especially for children. The Enviroscape is like a tabletop model that shows how stormwater erosion things drain throughout our watershed, and children love water and food coloring. Which is what I do. We'll put that out there.
okay. Well, let's think about those things, and we can solidify anything we might want to do at the February meeting, since the next ones look like March and April, so, okay. Anything else about farmers markets anybody else wants to bring up? Okay, social media updates. Well,
We reached 1,000 followers on Facebook. I don't think, well, that got loud. I haven't seen, I think that maybe Facebook updated because I haven't seen how many likes we have, which is kind of nice to get rid of
All of
that.
them, I'm sure.
Yeah, all of them. So we can probably take that off and just leave it at follows. And then Instagram, we're still at 21. So yeah, since we are thinking about spring planting, I can again reiterate the tree request form if that's something that we're still wanting to put out there in the public, or if you feel like it's too much right now, like it's always something good to put out. Okay,
More the merrier.
sounds good.
Yep.
No, luckily for Scott and the tree crew, is that if people request their tree, they're no longer waiting
Yeah,
a
nice.
hopefully long time, which is great.
Awesome.
Okay, the Deer Program Management Board, I mean, since I've been in this position and I'm supposed to be representing the Conservation Board on that when necessary, it still hasn't been necessary. So I assume that's still the case, Michelle?
Correct, nothing to report.
Okay.
Yeah, and in the Bow program, I think it was in somewhere in the mid-60s, the take was this year, which was quite a bit down, maybe 15% down from average. But, and there certainly are a lot of deer, for I travel around a lot, plus I live near the golf courses. So it's still necessary, very necessary program. And there doesn't appear a lot for them to eat, because
Well, we've got lots of hostas in our yard that they eat every day.
yeah, but then the winter months are really tough here in Arundecoit because virtually all the native plants are eaten real early in the year, and then they're kind of dependent on the acorn crop, which was great last year. This year was so-so. They still digging around my place, trying to find them, but they don't. I haven't seen any indication of a lot of the deer with ribs showing, real, which in some years I have. So I'm surprised. I don't know what they're eating, but certainly I have. Since we're kind of talking about wildlife, I'm kind of the wildlife guy here. I've had an amazing week at my house for wildlife. I have a fox that comes regularly. I saw him take 2 mice through the snow, and then he went and kind of buried them. I have videos of it. If somebody later, if you want to see it, he did the pounce thing, and you would think like a dog would bury like with his paw. So they start a little like with the paw a little bit, and then they use their nose. And then that was, I don't know, maybe Sunday. The next day, I was looking up on the hill above my house. This is near Hoffman by the wetland there. And I saw a really big bird. And I said, that's got to be an eagle. There's nothing that's got that wingspan. And it turns out that there's a hawk nest that's been there. It's changed locations once, but I've been there since 2003. There's continually been a hawk nest on the hill above my house. And so that the eagles landed in the hawk nest, and they were starting to bring branches to it. So I'm going, oh, great, I'm going to have a eagle nest, I got some photographs of them from a long distance, a couple hundred yards. They apparently, in my opinion, it's not big enough to support like a huge, where the hawk's nest is. It's big enough for a hawk, but so I was hoping they were going to stay, but they gave up. Then the next day after that, the fox came and grabbed a squirrel from under my bird feeder. I got a video of him taking it up on the ridge and killing it, you know, and he buried that too. You know, so that, I never knew that they did, I never knew that they had, you know, that they had little caches of food here and there, but apparently they do. So it's been pretty wild. We could put, I mean, I don't know if that's appropriate for Facebook, I could send you some, you know, because
Fun to see wildlife.
people, everybody likes to see wildlife. I have like the best spot, I mean.
If they want to know where to find an extra squirrel or.
I'm surprised, you know, we have hawks that visit and try to get into the, you know, get the birds and stuff.
Why do you think the numbers are down if the population's up? Just
The numbers are what?
bad luck this year?
Deer harvested.
Yeah.
I don't know why, I don't know why. Last year was such an incredible acorn harvest, which we had 3 years of low, low acorn, in the town, and not just in the town, but kind of everywhere. And, it was so good last year. I think there's just was a lot of survival. All the deer were very healthy, you know. So there seems to be at least around. There always was coyotes around, and this year I haven't seen a lot of coyotes around. So I don't understand that, but they can be, you know. Officer Kuhn sent me a video of where I think there were 6 of them together over on the flats, 6 coyotes, earlier in the year. So maybe they just move around and, you know, but the predation must be down because, you know, there were a lot of the fawns survived, you know, so. But we'll see what happens, you know. It's a cycle. Turkeys are way down. There's not, you know, not many turkeys around anymore, but that's probably because there's a lot of fox around.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Hey, EMC report?
We heard from Madison Quinn about the Monroe County Climate Adaptation and Resilience Plan that they just finished working on, or at least just updated. And there is a survey that I'll send to everybody that they're kind of collecting information about vulnerabilities for everybody so that they can better adapt to the plan. So I'll send that.
Okay. Recycling Advisory Committee in December, they had they always go through every one of the organizations and they talk about what they've been doing recently. And I guess, you know, a lot of the materials from the recycling center, the prices are pretty much staying the same. The other thing that they talked about, well, actually this was at a subsequent press conference. I don't know if anybody saw this or not, but cups, takeout cups now are also going to be recyclable, both paper and plastic. So, like I said, there was a press conference on that. They announced it. So in your recycling bins now, if you can put paper takeout cups or plastic paper takeout cups. They advise just make sure you take the straw and any stirrers out, but you can put the top back on the plastic cup and recycle it like that. In the past, you haven't been able to do that. The presentation during the meeting was done by Cascades Recovery, and it was their representatives from Canada. And what they made a presentation on was that they were making in recycling centers, when they handle paper and plastics and cardboard, it's always bundled up before it's sent off somewhere, and it usually uses steel wire to do that. Well, apparently, I mean, I wouldn't have thought of this, but steel wire can cause injuries to the workers, it can cause fires sometimes, because if you drag it across a concrete floor, it can cause sparks and cause fires on the plastic and paper. And this company now has come up with a material made out of PET wire. They make a wire out of it, and they use this then for bundling the packages instead. So it doesn't injure anybody, it's flexible, and it doesn't create fires. So they're using this at some of their facilities now, and they've had great luck with it. I guess, they had to come up with different ways to twist it shut to hold things in place, but it's a pretty cool material. So again, another use for recycled plastics that helps the recycling operations as a whole. So it was a very interesting presentation. And this coming month, I think we're going to be doing a joint meeting with the Environmental Management Council. So that's the Recycling Advisory Committee. Everybody wants to see this wire.
Yeah. So, I hear, I still do a little bit of work, and I'm in people's houses. I mention, you can recycle this, or stuff like that. And I've had so many people tell me that they know for a fact that the things aren't being recycled. And one person even said that they knew somebody that worked at the recycling center that told them that it doesn't get recycled.
Well, there's always a certain amount of waste because people put things in the recycling bins that
Sure.
shouldn't be there. And sometimes things get damaged along the way, but the vast majority of things that are supposed to be recycled, if they get to the recycling center, they're recycled.
Yeah, they were saying that the plastic wasn't recycled.
Well,
I think you're
there's
wrong.
a lot of types of plastic that are not recyclable.
Right, that people throw in.
Sometimes people still throw it in, and those things aren't
But
gonna be
it
recycled.
is sorted out, right?
Yes,
It's
it's
still,
sorted.
the most of it still gets,
Yes, the stuff that's recyclable, it's recycled.
but it's so prevalent that people think
Yep.
that, we should probably do one of our outreach things at the farmer's market should deal with recycling. And
We
we-
do that every
Yeah.
year. Since I'm on the
Yeah.
recycling advisory committee, I usually end up
Yeah,
accompanying the people from Monroe County Recycling, and they have all the information on what's recyclable, what's not, how you should handle this material, how you should do that. Because then there's things that can't go in the recycling bin, but they have the, oh brother, my mind just went blank, the Eco Park
right.
that can handle a number of other things, and that parts of those at least can be recycled, so.
We should probably, if there's some way we can educate the general public,
Well,
people that don't come to the farmer's market as well, because there's a lot of ignorance toward the program,
yeah, no, the county has a number of materials online, things that, can be circulated that show, this
Sure.
is.
There's
this
a
is
new
what's
app
recyclable.
that works with Alexa apparently also.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Monroe County's released an app for your
Oh.
phone that works with Alexa. You can just
Right.
ask Alexa,
Yep.
can I recycle this in Monroe County? I think that's relatively new.
Yeah, no, it's probably been not quite a year, I think you're right. So, yeah, that is definitely a misunderstanding that the public has, and whatever we can do to correct that is great. Maybe once in a while on the Facebook thing, we can put something about if you have questions on recycling, I can get you a contact from Monroe County Recycling information, and,
Yeah.
we can just hook up those two things.
I hear that a little bit too, I think with the new garbage trucks, people are getting confused because in the truck, they can do garbage and recycling at the same time. That arm puts it in two separate parts of the garbage truck, there's a recycling section, so that's where I think of some of that thing is they say, oh, it's going in the same truck, it's like, well, no, they have separation there, oops, sorry. So I think that's part of the confusion too.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause trust me, I've talked to a lot of people about garbage in the past few months, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Liaison report.
What's happening with that, the proposals that you wrote up? Have you heard anything for the grants to buy?
Space grant letter. I haven't heard any feedback yet.
No, we have not heard feedback yet, but
But you did, you got the proposals out for both properties?
Not grant proposals yet. We sent the letter out.
Okay.
correct.
So what, yeah, so you gotta hear first from them before you put the grant proposal out?
Yep.
Okay. Cool, I
I'm
hope
sorry,
it
who do you have to hear from?
That property on Titus, you know,
Yeah,
that we're,
no, so they have to hear from the property owners before you put the grant out, or you mean the town board? Okay. Okay,
it's timely.
no, you mentioned something earlier about in the past, we've always done a Christmas tree pickup in the town. Did we put anything on Facebook
hadn't
this
yet.
year? No?
Just because we hadn't, it was like a long time from our last meeting till now. I didn't realize it was next week, but
Yeah.
we've had no, I feel like if that's still something that we wanted to pursue, we could definitely get, a handful of people within the week. I'm more than happy to put something together to get interest.
Well, is that something that anybody wants to do? And what, you said, the facility's doing the grinding, Saturday the 17th?
Yeah, the 17th. So we have this weekend and next Saturday before they start grinding.
Okay,
I'm open to volunteer. I have a truck and trailer. I can haul some stuff.
okay, I don't know if anybody's interested in that.
I would be, but I'm not gonna be here.
Right,
I've done it for years.
I mean, I can lift trees, probably.
Yeah, I would be interested. I just don't have a vehicle.
yeah, no, I mean, I don't know if anybody has a vehicle that could
No, I
be
don't
used for
either.
that. I don't. So it sounds like we've just got one vehicle now, right? I mean,
Yeah, but being sort of getting to it kinda late, we might not have that much,
Yeah, but we do always pick up like extra.
right?
I wonder if people would assume that we're doing it.
yeah, I mean, I've seen trees out at the street.
Yeah,
But,
we have a lot of
Oh, yeah.
regulars, a lot of the same people that know that we do this.
Yeah, well, generally, like last year, Scott, not half the trees we picked up weren't on the list. We just, if we saw them, we grabbed them.
right,
And if we only have one vehicle, I think it could easily, in a couple runs, pick up what you're gonna get if we don't pick up extra trees. You can see how many people sign up and then, didn't we have, didn't you have a pickup or something last year? Who else,
no, I think I
who else
went
came with,
I
who
went
else
Scott.
besides you and I did yours?
It was you two.
Yeah, I went with you last year, I think, either last year or the year before.
No, we did, last year we did your trailer.
I had a trailer, and it was me, my wife, and my kids, and then you two
Oh, okay.
were in your vehicle with the.
Oh, yeah, so yes, it was you, okay.
Yeah.
The
All right,
trailer
so-
you usually get, Steve.
But I didn't have that trailer last year. The
Oh, that's
vi-
right.
Access
I
to.
brought two trailers. That's right. I gave you a trailer. the
Oh,
other
you
day.
did, all right,
Yeah.
yes. Don't get old, you don't remember things that well. I know I was involved in it. That's right, yeah, you and I did it.
Right.
yeah.
Well, I couldn't do it this Saturday. I mean, I suppose I could do it the next Saturday if that's what it came to, but,
If somebody has a truck, I could probably get a second trailer. I just can't haul both of them at the same time.
no, yes, I don't think we have any trucks on the board. Except for Steve, but,
I can give you the keys.
well, I mean, did you want to do it either this Saturday or next, or?
Yeah. This Saturday is pretty tight, being 2 days away.
Yeah,
Yeah, you wouldn't get,
All
Oh,
right,
yeah, oh my God, it's, wait, what day is it?
Wednesday.
today's Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, is the 17th too late?
I'm
No?
willing to give it a try.
Yeah.
All right,
Shoot for Saturday morning early.
okay. So meet, what, at
Helmers?
Elmer's?
Yep.
So,
Noel's gonna put something on social media.
I can, yeah, we'll just see how many responses we get. And there's
Yeah.
usually people that do it.
okay, so how many people could you use to help out?
Many that want to help.
Okay.
I mean, 3 or 4 can fit in my car.
Okay, well, I'll be there on the 17th then. What time did you
No,
want
you
to
need
meet?
2, really.
I don't know, 8 o'clock? Is that too early?
It's fine.
A little bit. Make it 8:30. When you get home, sleep. 8:30?
Coffee.
Okay. All right, so anybody else who wants to show up then, we can do that.
Sounds good.
Okay. All
You're
right,
meeting at Helmer, just to confirm?
yes.
We can shoot an email back and forth to confirm and get solidified plans, but we'll shoot for Saturday morning.
Now I remember backing in your driveway.
Yeah, you had to drop the trailer off after.
Yeah. I remember, it's coming back.
All
yes.
coming back.
Okay,
Did you push it back to 8:30 or 9?
8:30.
8:30.
We compromised.
We're flexible.
8:30 a.m. Okay.
Okay, I see you got here that there's a planning board meeting, and there's something that involves us.
Well, it doesn't, I just wanted to keep you guys informed that, the workshop meeting, we have a sketch plan, and it doesn't involve the conservation, it's not an E-Pod.
Okay,
We have one coming next month that I'm having trouble, downloading, so I'm working with IT to get it downloaded so that I can share it
okay.
right now, but,
All right, so then whoever signs up for February should keep in mind that they'll probably be going to meetings then.
correct.
Okay,
Can we ask what the project is?
For February,
yes,
it's for, Woodlot and Steep Slope E-Pod on Glen Haven Road. They are proposing to build a mosque.
On Glen Haven, on that steep curvy road going down to,
Correct.
Wait, is that where,
Yeah.
on top of that hill?
As you're going down the hill.
Yeah.
It's like a couple parcels from the bay. So I'm still working on finding out who I have to reach out to and whether or not DEC will be involved. I know they definitely need an E-Pod permit for a steep slope and a wood lot. I was just discussing with our GIS guy about, this is a good thing, I'm glad you asked, because there's community gardens surrounding. It's not a community garden.
No, it is not, it's not a community, I don't believe it's a community, it's not a community garden, I believe it's gonna be woodlot, it might be open space, I do agree that, we're gonna check that.
Okay. So there's another section of our code, the town code, that has open space. So, I have to dive a little bit deeper into it.
Yeah, I think
want,
we have to review it a little bit more, but,
yeah,
and I would anecdotally guess that yes, the DEC is gonna be involved.
okay.
I have a feeling it's gonna be within the freshwater
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah,
I couldn't get my EAF mapper to work.
okay.
How far down from the flat area of Glen Haven is that project, you know? It's,
I'm not familiar
I
with
can't even
the area.
imagine getting a driveway up
Well,
onto Glen Haven from,
let's
once
wait-
it drops down.
Let's wait till we see the plans.
Yeah, let's wait till we see the plans before we comment.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so just to reiterate, everybody should think about what dates they would and would not be available, and then we'll take volunteers for each of the months of next year for the planning boards. Anybody have anything else that they wanted to discuss? If not, then I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Okay, we're adjourned.